Sumie pops up behind you rather quickly, coming down the stairs. Ah, yeah. Okay. Finally here.
Wow.
If you want to take a look around, then... I mean, we've got a little bit of time. It's only about late afternoon at this point. Kind of miss breakfast.
Yeah, I think food's definitely a priority, but, this is great!
I like this a lot.
Yeah.
The jellyfish capital. I've been looking forward to seeing this place for simply ages.
It truly is a place of renown. The city, it was originally built to be defensive, but also, the design even then was built to be artistic. Everything around here, sometimes more, for the sake of art than actual practicality, the town has been designed with, aesthetics in mind. And as you even pass this guy here, he seems to be doing a portrait of the festival as it happens. Or at least the setup period. He seems rather engaged in his own works, however.
Oh, looking good, buddy.
Thank you. He says that kind of on the side, but is very much focused on his works.
Show slows down.
Oh, look at this place.
You notice people from all over, both, even some faces from, abroad. Pretty much, tons of people have come to this place. This festival, in terms of the arts, is, only surpassed by the overall Rauji tournament at the end of every year.
Ooh.
It is well known that for people that have no, intent to compete for fame, this is almost a bit more of a pleasant experience. A festival for those who simply wish to appreciate the good times.
Are these guys the same guys who were in the first town?
Yes, they are. You see Riku and Sora looking at a meat stall.
Fuck, I forgot those were their names.
Yeah, I forgot their names.
God.
Oh
Hey, just a heads up, Hideo, your ball and pains back there.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Ugh,
yeah.
just my luck.
The man who's painting is completely unaware of your existence, Junya. Unless you're making yourself aware.
That's just how he wants. No, he's lurking. He wants to watch this man work.
Mm-hmm. This is actually something that wouldn't be entirely against manners in this town.
Oh.
So, yes, simply watching the act of art, it's the idea, if you want to do your art privately, you do it inside.
Oh, okay.
Is the assumption, essentially.
Is it sunny right now?
Yes, it's, sunny. The sun's just past midday, so it'll be evening soon enough, but right now it is sunny.
Okay.
So you can see plenty well.
Junia's going. He takes his his little canister of parasols and starts flipping. No, too lethal. No. Yes, this one will do. Since parasols generally are meant to be held in the hand, they're not tall enough to use like a beach umbrella. But he takes the periscoping parasol from before, sticks it in the ground, and puts it at exactly the right height and angle to provide a perfect shade for this guy to work in.
Nice. He becomes aware of that for a moment, and he finally turns around and gives you a curt thank you. He suddenly kind of leans down nonchalantly, almost kind of like this was to be expected. He reaches down and pulls you a small canister of paint. Knowing his profession, he doesn't seem to be too well off just on where he's staying. This is probably quite the appreciated gift. The gift of the parasol for you, in terms of how much it costs for you, is about equivalent to how much this probably cost for him.
A marvelous memento, and I've barely set foot here. You have my thanks, good sir, and my eternal gratitude.
May the jellyfish bless you.
And you, I look forward to seeing the finished work.
He nods and begins, once again looking at the painting and, considering. He pulls out a specific hue of green to add another person to the painting.
Aww.
Hideo is like just kind of absorbed in all of the people and stuff. He is not super comfortable.
Yeah.
And before long, he sort of starts looking around. Ha! Pretty great, huh, Master? Master!
I warned you.
Well, worst case scenario is that I'll never see him again. I climb up onto the basket and kind of like sort of scan around the area. Master!
Is this a fish scooping game?
Yes, this is you see goldfish swimming inside. A bunch of kids and people, are just playing around in that right now. They've got little, you see little cups over there, and you see tiny little nets on baskets over there as well.
What does it cost to play?
It's free. At least for today.
Master!
Early birds get a little extra. The man smiles at you.
Oh, well, you are thoroughly charming. Here, a token of my appreciation. He hands him like $1 bazillion worth of gold. For what? He takes a single scooper.
Thank you, sir.
Now, to demonstrate my mastery, he's gonna go for the fish.
All right, you're going for the fish. Go for the fish.
Only the most beauteous will do.
You easily scoop out, and some of the kids watching it, how your ease of doing this, all clap at you. And then you notice Hideo moving up, as if to get you, but perhaps he wants to play.
Yeah, Junior does a very dramatic and beauteous bow. Thank you. But
Excuse me.
You know that, of course, no one begins their life as a master. Scoop, and one day you too may know. And by this time, the water has, eaten through, so the fish falls out of his thing onto the ground.
Master! You shouldn't wander off like that.
My fish!
There's a lot of people here.
Alright, crisis averted. Hideo! I'm so glad you caught up with me. Here, hands him a fish scoop.
Huh? What is this?
This... He makes a big, dramatic gesture. This is life, my boy. You must start to live.
What
I
do
shall
do?
not move from this spot until you have scooped a finer fish even than I.
Oh boy! All right. Easy.
The man hands over a bucket with a little net in it for you.
Thank you.
Mm.
So as I'm walking up, I see a fish. I grab a fish just very quickly and slide it into my sleeve, and I very quickly just dip the thing in. I just dip the thing inside and very quickly put it into my almost like a draw style sword attack. I just dip the thing in water real quick, pull it back under my sleeve, and just drop it underneath. Drop the fish into the bag, into the basket, and we'll see how well that works.
So you managed to pull it off, and everyone applauds. Oh, a real natural this one is. The older man sitting at on the little stool he has applauds, and all the kids also do that too.
No natural, years of practice.
Hideo Fumikaze, my faithful retainer, ne'er was there a captor of fish so grandiose.
Not technically a lie. Years of practice.
Yeah. Sumie kind of pokes at your sideshow. Hey, do you guys want to do a game too?
Oh, that sounds nice.
Yeah.
There's a throwing game over there. She points over. Yeah. She'll lead you both there.
Hold on 2 seconds. Sho wanders over to Hideo. She went over to the stall with Sora and Riku, grabs some, 2 meat skewers, and, nudges him probably a little too roughly and hands one over. Here.
Oh, my thanks. Just sort of, clicks the skewer against Did you hand me both skewers?
No, she handed you one and is eating the other. You're starting to put together that Sho eats like a fucking... She's like a blender. Like, this thing's horrible. It's just this horrible, greasy mess. But yeah, probably tastes good.
Well, I don't mind. And, I just start, I look over at some of the kids who are looking at me, and, I sort of dip my hand in the water and then grab one of the skewer pieces really quickly and eat it. as if I were pretending to dip my hand in the water to grab a live fish.
Oh. They all like go wide-eyed. What?
Yeah, like this kid.
It's just
like,
a trick.
Oh, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
Huh?
What the fuck?
Huh? Oh no, it's just a trick.
Show us.
I grab a piece from the skewer, and I show them a quick little sleight of hand trick. I grab them, like I grab meat from behind the child's ear, and I'm like, see, there you go.
It's just his other ear.
You've got...
What the fuck?
Look at that, you've got meat behind your ear.
Why did you just start rubbing it? They're a little scared.
Right. I can't tell if he's doing a good job or not with the kids.
I'm trying to I eventually am just like, no, this is how you do it. Look, it's on the back of my hand.
Yeah, so while he's explaining that, Sumie brings you over to the tossing game that she sees, the other two. You both, once again, pass Riku and Sora, and they're like, man, don't got enough money to buy the full stall. How am I gonna feed myself for the week? I don't want to buy vegetables.
Vegetables are important. And they're good.
They turn around and see Buru. Oh.
Yeah, look what veggies did for me.
Yeah. They shuffle off very quickly.
I didn't mean to bully them into being vegetarians.
That happens.
Happens.
Yeah, so, as you once again, approach the stall, you see these two people, finish playing. Can't score a thing. She steps back, gives it a try as well, barely manages, doesn't really knock anything over. Sumie looks expectantly at Buru and smiles a bit.
Yeah, right. Watch the card.
The man at the stall notices you approach, your head actually over the top of the stall, and you kind of crouch down a bit, and he's like, "Oh, welcome, sir.
Hi.
How many balls would you like to buy?"
Oh, I get to choose how many.
Yes, about 2 coins per ball.
Okay, we'll do 10.
Okay, you hand over 20 coins, and he puts them in the chest, and kind of steps aside, and you see a bunch of prizes kind of stocked up against the wall. If you knock one down, it's yours.
Yeah, alright.
You arc up, toss it. Oh, you hit it over all right. You hit the entire stall over. The back wall collapses backwards and everything falls back. And the man kind of looks at you with like a squinted eyes, like, He starts picking up his stall again.
I'm really sorry. I did not mean to. Here. Oh boy, I'm really sorry.
The guard next to the post turns around at the sudden noise and just notices this colossal man apologizing and trying to pick up stuff and just nods his head.
Sho blinks like 3 to 4 times very slowly and then just...
That does not deserve applause. I'm really... I'm so sorry.
You helped stock it up.
Well, I got 9 more.
I'm afraid I'm going to deny that for now.
That's fair.
Someone else
He
turn
pushes
first.
the balls back.
If you want, you can let one of your friends take a turn with your knife.
Oh, that's... Yeah. Sumie, why don't you,
Yeah.
I think I should just be in charge of the card.
Sho hops off the cart.
It's like one of the very few times you see, like, Buru actually kind of blush out of embarrassment.
Sumie considers a bit, taking note of that, and nods her head slightly. Seems like I blush and get embarrassed when I'm scared, and he blushes when he's too strong. She picks up one of the balls, holds it over her head, arcs it, and it's not too great of a throw. And yeah, it knocks against one, but it kind of just falls down. Damn. She'll pick up another one and try again. She tosses it, and it hits the dirt before it even gets there.
Oh.
And now she walks away embarrassed from the stall.
Buru just like hugs her and pats her head. It's okay. It's really
only
hard.
they could have averaged their throws. They would have both
Speaking
done
of that,
well.
Sho, would you like to give it a try?
Sho, like, looks at
But
the
the
other
third
two.
pitch was just right.
Looks at the stall. Can I give it a shot?
Yes, absolutely.
Please.
Okay.
Buru like reaches into his bag and hands Sumie like a little Buru bento box. It's like, hey,
Thank you.
yeah.
She puts that away.
That's the reason we messed up. We're hungry.
Yeah, we're hungry. We'll do better next time.
Sho picks up the ball and she focuses in, and her eyes flash for a second, and even though it's not a sword drawing stance or anything, can I transient sting this?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, you notice that Sho's hair gets incredibly wiggly for a second and then freezes stiff almost. And then she reels back and she's going to pitch this with her full strength against this.
You arc forward and almost like flicking motion, like flicking the ball forward, immediately it darts forward and it impacts against one object, knocking it down, and bounces and knocks over the object next to it. 2 prizes. Everyone around like applause, kind of going in closer. How did you do that?
She exhales. Huh? Do what? She's holding the 2 prizes in front of her. What'd she get?
You got a little jellyfish plushie, and you also got like a little sheep plushie.
Oh, that's great. She looks down at them, and then just kind of like half-heartedly hands the jellyfish plush over to Sumie.
Thank you. She takes it and looks at it. This is nice.
Very nice.
Honestly, I would have gotten you something, but looks back at the stall. I was trying to knock it over to the giant bull in the corner, but I couldn't quite make it. Maybe next time.
Yeah, don't worry about it too much. Appreciate it though, kiddo. Just kind of pats her on the head.
The shopman was saying, are you gonna use the rest of your balls?
Yes.
No, yep, she is.
Alright, cutting away from that real quick. Hideo, you've finished describing, and the kids kind of understand. They're not good at it, but they know.
Just keep practicing.
But yeah, you also noticed, Buru knocked over a stall accidentally, and, yeah.
He blew over a stall.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Well, wonder what's going on over there. My lord?
I'm sorry, I was stunned into silence.
Oh, well, no, go ahead. Go right back. Don't let me stop
Proceed.
you.
I wanted to see if I could find a little fish yokai in here.
Well, you'd have to compare them to your book.
You can compare. You're looking at the book. There are no fish yokai in the goldfish pond. You assume that was intentionally made sure that there is no potentially harmful fish inside of the child attraction. As you look at the book, you happen chance to glance up, and you see in the crowd Hojo next to a stage.
Oh. Where? What? Where?
Down
there he
beneath,
is.
near the fountain. It seems to be 2 disciples of the hummingbird playing a song, or just
they're
generally telling different
hummingbirds!
stories.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I thought they were Tengu.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, I love that.
Yeah, they have a bunch of instruments just kind of underneath the stage. They pull a few out at a time, looking and playing and generally enjoying their time. Interrupting every song, they tell a little story about their travels and then continue once more. Everyone seems pretty rapt with the engaging storytelling, and they keep after end of they keep reassuring everyone that they've got much more interesting stories once the time comes that the festival arrives. They got it. They can't blow it all at once, though.
Well, what do you kids want to do now?
I want to see what's happening over there.
Yeah, I
Fair.
kind of want to know. I want to listen to the song.
Yeah, you kids go on ahead. I gotta get this thing moving.
Yeah.
Show is like, you see that, like, from over here, you guys see that Show is, like, sort of standing on her tiptoes, trying to look around, like, trying to spot you guys. You're gone. She can't see you. She spots, Hideo and just kind of, like, walks over. She takes the sheet plus she one and, like, just like before with the meat skewers, just, like, sort of roughly thrusts it into your chest. Here.
Oh, I don't need... Oh,
She walks back.
You all begin kind of crowding around in different areas, and these two kind of look, and suddenly the man with the vibrant multicolored hair kind of looks around. Oh, Fu! It seems that we've found many new spectators. They look amongst each other. Yeah. Yep, new spectators. Everyone, come on in.
Show takes a step forward.
They all kind of step forward and take a look. Everyone, welcome. Me and my dearest companion Fu have been traveling the ages, traveling time itself. Ticking by every day, we've seen seasons go. Roads change every time we pass them. We know many, many things about Raoji and the places that you might not have seen yourself. Anyone, any place you're quite curious of hearing, we have a story to tell of it. Yeah.
Show raises her hand.
He immediately, like, twists his body, kind of loose silks. They all swiftly turn on the wind as his entire body faces you, and he points you. Yes, miss!
I wanna hear. She kind of mumbles from the side.
His face does not shift from his perspective. And Fu's just, Well, she contemplates a bit too. Who here has been to the shores? Yes, the shores of Raoji. Quite a sight. He kind of, plays a few notes on a little shamisen he has, and he kind of sits down, and, Fu takes a stance right next to him, and she, kind of goes down, looks for an instrument, and gets some, like, basically, a tiny little, like, almost flute. This is an ornate flute, obviously a foreign device, and she starts playing a melody on it while he plays a little shamisen, and he recites a tale. Reciting a tale of a Raoji shore incident many years ago, where a group of Lanceans had attempted to land down without any sort of warning beforehand. They had apparently done this without the detection of any of the authorities or anything like that. A right group of smugglers. However, during this event, the crab god, moving around at the night as he tends to do when no one's around, found these folks on the shore, and immediately enraged, he blew into a fit, assumed his true godly form, and started snapping at them all with his claws. They say he ate the entire ship and put them all in a little reef as punishment. And at that point, they were found again by a Raoji patrol boat, and quickly and swiftly arrested and sent back to the shores. If there's any lesson to take, it's not to encounter the crab god in a bad mood, which, due to the crab god, if I must say so myself, that's all the time. He chuckles to himself. A few people who are kind of sailors or from that area also kind of give a chuckle. They are all aware of this fact. The crab god is not a kind person.
A single crab smites them.
A single crab trickles down his cheek.
I hate that sentence.
Asume actually speaks up. You know, they're allowed to say that kind of stuff.
What do you mean
Yeah.
allowed?
Well, I mean, technically everyone's allowed to say a joke or two, but, I mean, when you're making fun of gods, they can get a little angry if they hear about it, but anyone who worships the hummingbird has special right to make as many jokes as they want at the expense of anyone, especially the hummingbird. It's,
That's a weird
perk.
thing.
It's a perk, yeah. It was, it's a weird perk indeed. Of course, that protects them legally, but, I mean, a fist to the face, I've seen it happen a few times.
Oh.
It's an incentive for people to join up with the hummingbird. After all, I mean, saying whatever you want whenever you want to. I guess that's an incentive for some verbose people.
Being able to tell jokes sounds nice. Just says, thinking about this deeply.
Buru's just kind of like combing his beard with his hand, just like, that's an odd way to get more followers. You can be an asshole for free.
On the other side of the crowd, Junya is explaining to Hideo the same piece of lore, but with his own spin on it. And that's why you see the hummingbird is the biggest hypocrite of them all, because he'll let you make jokes about anyone except him. Like, what manner of merry prankster is that, I say, who cannot laugh at himself?
How wise, my lord. Just Hideo sitting there, like, I know, I've been to school, I'm a noble. My family's loaded.
Hojo turns from the side and kind of engages in your conversation in range. Wow, needing to worship a god to tell a joke? How? Pulling pranks? For goodness, I never wanted to be human.
Sho realizes who she's standing next to, looks at Hojo, and then expressionlessly, oh!
He kind of looks, he smiles for the effort, and then turns back. He actually raises a hand next. Any, ever been to the Forbidden Forest? Tsuchika's face sours. No, I can't. Fu speaks up. Yeah! Tsuchika kind of looks, Well, we've been around it before. She smiles, seeing him squirm a bit. We accidentally stumbled into it one day. Don't tell anyone. Saw a lot of strange things. We think we even saw the kitsune in the forest himself. Wow. Everyone kind of looks a bit back and forth.
I won't say a word, I say in the middle of this crowd.
Fu turns, thank you. Tsuchika just kind of scratches his head. Well, those who accidentally stumble on a place are, well, we made our recompense for that. He kind of shuffles. Regardless, we can tell you a little of what we saw. He switches out instruments for something else, and they tell you a bit of the Forbidden Forest, a place quite far away from here. Legends talk about it. It is a place that is absolutely loaded with yokai and spirits, and things beyond that even. They say that even a few of the gods that were cast out, those that were not worthy enough to become one of the council, those that attempted to fight against the formation of Raoji, some of them might even still lurk in that forest. With that, those little tellings and sayings given to you, the story ends again, and they both put their hands together. Well, we're going to break for food. And everyone just kind of like looks, applauses again, and they kind of step off.
Sho's already behind Junya immediately after the story. I want to go there. That place, Forbidden Forest.
What? Why?
I mean, it's full of all sorts of... Looks at Hojo, looks at the book. Yeah, no, it sounds interesting.
I see your point.
No! What? No, my lord! There's no reason to go to a place called a Forbidden Forest. Have you ever considered that it might be forbidden for a reason?
Oh, Hideo, you silly Billy. Nothing's forbidden to the Yoshihara clan. That forbidden status clearly refers to, the ordinary sort. But I think neither of us is, well...
I'm quite ordinary. So ordinary. Oh dear. Just can't quite seem to be exceptional today.
But are you not the greatest swordsman in Raoji?
Normally yes, but when talk of forbidden forests come up, I'm afraid I become quite average.
That's an incredibly specific weakness. Best not to share it.
Hideo, you notice the guard turn his head when he hears that name mentioned. He seems to notice you, but for a very rare occasion, something you don't notice, he nods his head and turns back and doesn't bother you. Probably because he's on his job.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll sign him something or something. But only if he has the courage to ask. And so, my lord, we haven't had a chance to really speak of it. Where did you meet Sho?
Oh, goodness.
I get the feeling that you go way back.
Back as far as one could go. I suppose you could say she was my first friend outside of the household.
I see.
They were heady days. The days of my youth, whiled away at the Yoshihara estate in the capital. A luxurious and splendid upbringing for one with lineage to deserve it, but...
Oh boy.
a lonely one.
I see. And
Indeed, I could go on about it for hours.
I know, my lord.
So to start at the beginning...
Look, there's Buru. Hi, Buru.
Hi, Hideo. Hi.
He's doing the thing. Sumie leans in the Buru. He wants to help.
Ah, I see. What can I do for you, Hideo?
Nothing. It's just a beautiful day, isn't it?
Okay. Buru just kind of like pats him on the shoulder again. Listen, do you need me to try and play defense for you or something? Try and get you out of this crowd?
Huh? Oh, no, the crowd's fine. Though I did see some shady-looking characters around here earlier. Hideo kind of scans the crowd again. Oh, wait, no, there they are.
They've kind of like slinked off and they're kind of peeking over at this stall over here and just kind of like looking dubious.
It's like, but I remember seeing some mysterious figures right over there, and they're like gone. Oh wait, no, he's over there.
No, they're over there.
They're 5 feet that way.
Sho, the flower keep pipes up at you. Would you like to buy a flower, miss?
Yes.
Okay. She looks at you a bit. Anything in particular? She kind of starts sorting through.
She just points at like one of the flowers back there.
All right.
It is 90% like leaf. It's not even bloomed yet.
Yeah. She actually kind of seems to appreciate that. She pulls out one. Not many people go for this one, but it's a good luck charm. She hands it over to you.
Sho just takes the flower, blinks, and then like pulls out her coin purse and then like throws her, I think, like 3 gold pieces, probably overpaying.
Oh goodness, thank you. She takes another one. This one's just dealer's choice. She grabs this one right here, which is a little resplendent, seeming to be almost a nebula of color of blue and purple and pink. And she hands one to you too. It seems to fit.
She has both of the flowers in her hands, like looks down at them, looks up at the shopkeep, nods, takes a step over here, hands one to Sumie, once again hands another one to Hideo.
What am I gonna do with all of these?
Well, I'm put it in your hair. It'd look nice.
Thank you. Doesn't. just puts it in his little kimono.
So Hojo kind of well, I didn't expect to see you so soon, but I'll be over here. You see him go over. He goes over to this little corner, and he just there's like a box over there. It seems to be the box he saw in his cart. He goes over and he just sits on it and then looks forward expectantly.
What?
That's his stall, I guess.
All right.
I'm going over there.
Yeah, no. Sho and I, we you know what? I can't just leave the cart and he just starts dragging it again.
I'll keep an eye on it for you.
Oh, if you don't mind. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah. I'll just try to get it out of the road here.
I'll face
keep
my
away
fear a
from
different
the
day. She just sticks back
foot
there near the cart.
traffic. Here
You
we
be
are.
you, kiddo.
Sho is motioning Sumie over.
Hojo kind of,
She keeps waving. It's
okay.
very slow.
Okay. She steps over as well.
Buru just like pats her on the shoulder. Hey, I'll stay in between, just to make sure.
She
I
kinda
got your
steps
back,
forward.
kiddo. Don't worry.
She steps over here and a bit behind. And he kind of like waves his hand again, and he's just kind of sitting there. Well, fun festival, right?
Sho
Yeah.
actually nods very slowly.
So, this is your stall then?
Well, I'm not setting up yet. The festival doesn't start in another day at the least. It starts, not this night, but the next night. This is all just kind of an opening, but hey, I understand it. Sometimes people get places earlier and want to set up, but that's not me. Besides, my goods are, well, I don't think anyone here would like them yet. I'm not really selling to... He kind of looks at the guard next to him. The usual clientele. He kind of gestures around at every person around here.
Huh. I see.
What are you selling?
He kind of dips his hand in between the cracks, and he pulls out this glowing goo that just sticks to his hand, and then he kind
Ugh.
of wiggles his fingers a bit, and it's actually alive, and it kind of like recedes back into the box. Stuff!
I want it.
No, you don't. You don't want that.
Sho actually looks completely shocked at the proposition that she doesn't want something that she thought she did.
What,
No, I do.
what is that,
Take a-
Goopies?
No, I don't want any soda.
Yeah, just wait, no. Yeah, no, I want that.
That'll seep through your skin and invade your intestines and replace them.
And you're gonna sell that?
Well, there's some clientele amongst, he kind of looks at the guard again, there's some clientele amongst yokai that would think that's pretty neat. Besides, it doesn't really affect us the same way. I mean, I touched it after all.
Good to know.
Do you have anything that I could, like, touch that wouldn't invade my intestines?
He reaches into his coat and pulls out a little jar, and goes inside, and he pulls out something. It seems to be a rather large seed, and he pops it inside of the glass vial, and he kind of like wraps it in a little bag and hands it to you. Open that one up when you're, somewhere where people aren't around. It's not dangerous, it's just very weird.
Sho is fucking transfixed by this idea. She nods fervently and takes it and then reaches into, she's gonna reach into her pack and pull out something that she got probably while she was traveling. She interacted with church folk. She's gonna pull out something, like, strange and probably slightly cursed she found. She's gonna pull out the shriveled arm of a straw doll.
Wow, that's real impressive, miss. Goodness, I'd gladly trade for that.
She hands it over without thinking too hard.
Thank you. He shoves it inside of the box. Excellent. What are you folks doing here, by the way? Besides, just for the festival, or I don't know. I'm just I heard the name Hideo Fumikaze, and even yokai have heard that name.
Oh boy. Yeah, I bet you have. Well, if you can believe this, we're trying to track down one of the arms of the squid.
He kind of contemplates getting squid, as in.
Yeah.
He leans forward. Really?
Yeah, prophecy stuff.
I'm not aware of this at all. Wow. Truly. That's quite a unique bunch of people then. Perhaps it was fate we met on the road.
Hmm.
He kind of waves his hand closer. And the name of this arm, what is it?
Someone named Yuko. So at least the suspect, at least.
His face gets complicated slightly. How strange.
His nose moves to where it's not supposed to be.
Yeah, essentially. He claps his face with his hands and his face readjusts, and he well, Yuko. That's a pretty popular name here.
Yeah.
And, I would say that, now this is just between you and me, but I heard that there is a human organizing the yokai here as well. Someone was opening invitations for the yokai festival.
I see.
Rather bold to try to attempt it at the same time as the human festival. After all, the pretty much anathema. We generally respect this retro festival and try to avoid it, but, I mean, well, he smiles. If someone was trying to do two at once, I hope you can understand why I was so curious about seeing how that would go.
Yeah, no kidding. Did you get like a letter or something, or how did the information get out like that?
Word spreads by lips and winds and other ways in the yokai realm. We don't have a postage.
No, fair. That makes sense.
So I just heard it from my troop, and I head off on my own.
Interesting.
I suppose that, having both festivals, he kind of contemplates again. Yes, the casualty rate would be very high for a human festival at the same time. Maybe that's why she's doing it.
Yeah, hopefully not.
Oh, I can assure you it will. He smiles again. I intend not to go with the debauchery, but when the festival comes to, the souls are stolen away, people die, and all sorts of stuff like that happen. The guard next to him kind of looks over to the side. I'm talking about fairy tales. He waves his hand, and the guard just kind of looks away again.
He then leans in. I'm not talking about fairy tales here.
That was a lie!
It's no concern of mine, per se, but that might be concerning for you.
Yeah. More concerning for the rest of the folks here.
He waves his hand. I'll just give you that little piece of info for free. After all, I got a nice shriveled hand now.
Oh yeah, that thing's a bastard. It pinches you.
He kind of looks at it. He pulls it out again and ties up its hand and then puts it back inside. Problem solved.
Why didn't I think of that? Show like looks down at blisters on her forearms.
Right. Well, wouldn't be surprising if the arm is the one that's calling the yokai here. Here's a question for you, buddy. He kind of like leans over a bit. Are there any obvious tells for figuring out yokai?
Well,
Because you blended in pretty well.
Well, I'm special. He smiles again. Well, keep your eyes out at night. I know they probably won't want to show up too much while the day's here.
Right. Makes sense.
I'd say... Well, there's only two ways about it. You're either going to be incredibly obvious or possible to pick out in a crowd. So, just keep your wits about you. You don't know who here could be like... He, swipes his head, and again, for a split instant, something only you can see. Be like me.
Yeah.
Sumie stands firm this time, kind of like jolts a bit, but, is still fine with it. He kind of goes, well, I suppose repeat results are...
Like a second
Thank you.
too late.
Little late. Right. Okay. Well, thanks. That's appreciated.
He leans back against the crate and just kind of like starts kicking a bit, looking around. Have a nice day. Thank you for the transaction.
Yeah, show stops. Thanks. Looks. When do your normal clientele show up?
Oh, I imagine they'll start showing up real soon. Probably tonight.
I'll be back.
Sumie walks with you. That's a little concerning. Actually, a lot of concerning. I feel like we should maybe do something about this.
Sho slowly nods. When I was traveling, I heard that, what was it? Exorcism was the best way to deal with. He doesn't seem possessed or like a demon or anything like that, so that's probably fine.
Yeah, he doesn't seem the type that's interested in causing anything more than just some mischief.
Hideo's gorging himself on some, like, foreign food. What did the ghost say?
Something concerning that we should probably talk about somewhere else. But
yeah.
also, where's Junia?
Oh, God.
Hideo starts looking around. Oh, no!
Man, you were doing a not great job keeping an eye on him. Where the hell did he go?
No! Where did he go?
God, where did he go?
I don't know. Where could he be?
Are we playing hide and seek?
Oh my god, I'm trying to find him. I have no...
I see him.
Okay, I see him.
Where's Waldo?
Well, go get your kid, alright? I'll get the wagon.
Yeah, I'll go find him.
Are we going? Where are we going?
I think we're gonna go find Junia. I mean, he is the one with the book related to these things, after all.
After that, though, standing in a crowd seems like it's a bit...
I don't know about you guys. I'd like to just sit down, get a real meal, maybe a little bit of ale, and just kind of enjoy ourselves for a little bit before we deal with any situations.
She nods very, very, very seriously. Yeah, some fun sounds nice.
Yeah. I noticed there was this, big building just up north. I don't really know what it is, but it looked neat.
Sumie follows behind. Oh, yeah! That's the local inn.
Oh.
She, kind of points. It's a very nice place. There is a very expensive room in there, but they also serve dinner, and generally is a nice meeting room.
Oh. Well, I think it'd be worth at least checking out. Sounds kind of fun. Besides, if we don't spend the night there, we can at least maybe get a nice meal.
Yeah, that could be nice.
Where the hell is Junia? Baru just kind of like looking around.
I know he, like, actually turned the card and wheeled it around this little square,
Yeah,
but it's
but I
really
want-
funny
I
to
wanna-
imagine him, like, holding it straight backwards and just dragging it horizontally across the flowers.
He just suplexes it over him. Oh. Well, I figured he'd be around here.
Show hands Hideo another meat skewer.
Oh, thank you. Hey, guards.
Yes?
Have you seen a fancy-looking guy around here?
They look to the left of themselves at the man who is very carefully tending this elaborate tree that seems to have been embroidered, carved into, and such since growing as a sapling. It's very elaborate, and he very much cares for it. Well, there's him.
This
no.
man whose hand and face are permanently set in a...
Yeah, holy shit.
Yeah.
No, that's not him. Oh no, there's probably lots of him around here.
Yeah.
Their kind is multiplying.
We should find Junior before we go inside, unless he is inside.
That's probably where he's at.
He's probably inside.
Okay, well, how about this? Sho and I can go inside, or Sumie and I can go inside, get us a table, get a little situated, and also look around inside for Junia. The others can wander around the town and see what they can find.
That sounds good. I also know the place pretty well, so let's do that.
Yeah, plus I want to get rid of this damn card.
One of the guards, if you would like to leave it there, we can watch over it for a little while, as long as you come back for it.
That would be outstanding. That is greatly appreciated. Here you go, pal.
Just puts it in his hands.
Yeah, Buru makes sure to make sure it's kind of just off on the road.
Okay, that's
Thanks,
good, yeah.
fellas. That's really appreciated.
Show, calculates in her head. Hold on, so if you and me and Sumie are going in to get ourselves a room, doesn't that process of elimination looks at Hideo?
No, what I meant to say was we still divide into twos. I'm going into the inn no matter what.
Oh, okay.
But then,
Yeah, and I'll help do the buying and talking and all that stuff.
yeah.
I got our letter too, so
Oh, hey, yeah.
So it's just. So we, you and I will go try to find, Junya outside.
Besides, you know the guy better. You know how to track him.
Sho reaches down into her, like, she reaches down, pulls out some rock candies, and just, like, nudges them into Hideo's chest.
Oh, thank you. Alright. Well, let's go find Junya.
and with that you split. So, with that, Sumie and Buru, moving inside of the establishment, are immediately greeted with something different. Sound. A performance is being played. And as you open the doors, the sound simply seems to wash over you. You walk inside and are greeted with the smell of cooked food and the sound of a performance on a shamisen unlike one you've particularly ever heard in your life.